In this video, we're going to discuss multiplying two functions with one another. In this case, both functions are written in function notation. One is labeled f of x, the other is labeled g of x, and it's asking me to find f of x times g of x. So for this example, really for any process of this, the first step I would do if it's written in function notation is to actually write out both functions next to each other so I can start doing the math. And so the first step, I would put f of x in parentheses. So f of x is 2x minus 6, the function of 2x minus 6. And then next to it, I would put g of x, which is 4x minus 2, also in parentheses. So now I have two binomials next to each other, and parentheses signify multiplication. Then from there, I would start with the first term listed, reading left to right. So my second step, I would take 2x, which is the first term listed in the first binomial, and I'm going to multiply it with the first term of the second binomial. And I'm going to show my work. So 2x times 4x. And if I do that math, you multiply the coefficients, 2 times 4 is 8, and then x to the power of 2. Remember, when you're multiplying bases, you add the exponents, and the x in both these terms are bases. And they both have a power of 1, even though it's not written. So now I get 8x squared with that math. Then I go back to my two binomials. I still am working with the first term, and I take the first term now and multiply it with the second term of the second binomial. So 2x times negative 2. Remember, you've got to take that minus sign with it. In this case, then, 2 times negative 2 is negative 4. And this x doesn't have anything to combine with over there, so we just bring it along. So far, so good. Now, we've multiplied the first term of the first binomial with both terms. Now we have to do the same thing with the second term of the first binomial. So I'm going to take negative 6 and go back to the first term of g of x, which is 4x. So I can show that math. Negative 6. Newt does not have an x. This is why it's helpful to show your work so you can identify mistakes that are sometimes inevitable. So negative 6 times the first term of the second binomial again, which is 4x. And that equals, negative 6 times 4 is negative 24x. And then to finish it off, we have negative 6 times negative 2, the second term times the second term. So I can write that, negative 6 times negative 2, which equals positive 12, because a negative times a negative makes a positive. Now, a couple ways that you can be checking your work. The beginning up here, each binomial has two terms. Well, that's what that means. Each function has two terms. And so I needed to multiply all the terms together, so I should have done 4 steps of multiplication. And if you notice down here, I've multiplied the terms together 4 times. So that's a quick way to check that you're doing this process right. And then to finish this off, we're going to look to see down here in green if there's any terms to combine, any like terms that are needed to combine. And in this case, we have 2 of them, negative 4x and negative 24x. We add those together, so negative 4 plus negative 24 becomes negative 28x. So that's all of step 2. And then step 3, which I'll finish up here, is just writing your final answer in standard form. So the highest power comes first, which is 8x squared, the term with the highest power, in this case, 8x squared. And then you put minus 28x, and then finish it off with plus 12. And I'm done. So 8x squared minus 28x plus 12 is the final answer when you multiply those two binomials together. Precursor, multiplying two binomials will lead to a quadratic trinomial, which we'll talk about later. Now, go ahead and pause the video and try this one on your own to check your understanding. Alright, so if you would have tried this one on your own, and taken it step by step for 3 steps to finish this process off. You should have gotten 15x squared minus 29x minus 14. Step 2 shows all of my math. Notice we have 4 things of multiplication because there was 4 terms to begin with. If you did not get that, please check your work with mine and then raise your hand if you have a question. Thank you.